Somebody call a doctor because Bad Medicine's back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are getting back to Alice in Borderland. This is, of course, season 1 for us, episode 6. And the 10 of Hearts, that's the one we need, huh? Well, let's see how this goes. I don't know what they're going to have to do for it.
I don't know if we'll get in this episode, but I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to find out if they do get the 10 of Hearts in this episode, or what happens to Hatter.
Yeah, we had so much information thrown at us the last episode, but I still have a ton of questions as to what's going on, how they got there, where they're going, and, of course, the 10 of Hearts. So can't wait to get into it.
Selfishly, I want to see the 10 of Hearts in this episode.
Don't blame you.
I hope we get it. Let's go!
I'm the smiling face on your TV. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. I exploit you, still you love me.
No partying during the daytime, guys.
What is this?
It's the same place.
Inside.
てめえが見たいと思う世界の変革にてめえ自身がなれとガンジーは言った。
Is this like,
What
when
about-
this is when they first got there, isn't it?
ここに理想郷を作る。
Yep.
It's him, and it looks like Agony behind him.
希望がないなら作りゃいいんだよ。ここが希望の地だ。ここを
Dude,
第二のビーチとする。
Second beach.
Seaside Paradise.
this is going to be the land of hope, so is everything that he said bullshit?
The
Just to
second.
get people to...
Oh, look at there he goes with his cards.
I think he's totally serious about it. I don't think he's BSing anybody.
I don't trust a
One more
goddamn
card.
thing. Nope. Don't trust
I
it.
don't trust anything until they just lay it out.
Are you making a note of that? I don't.
I don't
trust this guy.
He does not
Don't
line up
trust
with my
Alice
views
in
on the
Borderlands.
show of this is how the game's played.
No, I just wrote down Seaside Paradise Tokyo because that's where that is. If that plays into anything eventually, who knows? What if they throw us for a curveball and just have a face card this one? Just how bad it would be.
King of Hearts.
Oh,
Weren't ready for that one, were ya?
no.
Well, this is episode 6. There's 8 in the season.
Yep.
So, guess we'll see.
Well, maybe we'll find out. I guess maybe this is going to be a backstory episode.
Maybe we get another information episode, then the 10 of Hearts.
Balls to the wall in the
then-
last 2.
Oh, it's just about ready to fist bump.
Gin.
Dried gin.
Let's see.
Let's try.
Yummy.
Ravioli.
Ginger beer.
Yeah.
Fell into the trap. Or he was
Yep.
just tired. Or he was just tired. Hey, look, it's a.
Could be because he's finally in a
いつまで
bed.
寝てるの？
This is very true.
飲みすぎじゃない？
But the fact that they showed all the alcohol on the table.
Yeah. I was kind of giving the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah.
but
Oh, that's the worst.
And on the nightstand.
he's definitely been drinking.
なんかわかった。
まったく。
俺も情報収集するか。
殺し屋に気に入られたみたいだけど、武闘派連中に目をつけられてるから気をつけて。何をされるかわからないから。
Not gonna lie, once in a while he sounds like Aaron.
郊外まで行ったやつから聞いた話なんだけど、離れれば離れるほど街は荒廃してて、その先はジャングルみたいになってるんだって。そこからは先に進めなかったらしい。
Huh,
マジ
interesting.
か。
ゲーム会場は23世代しかないんだって。
Oh, so random rumors about what's going
Yep,
on. I see
getting
what's
collecting
going on here.
info.
上空からあのレーザーが出てきて全員死んだっていう噂
Oh,
聞いたことある
Yeah,
そ
no
れって
shit.
さ、やっぱり東京だけ人がいなくなっちゃったってことか。でも東京だけでこんなこと起こってたら、自衛隊とか助けに来るよね。来ないってことはさ、これやっぱ日本中誰もいなくなっちゃったってことなんじゃない？世界中から人が消えちゃった？
宇宙人が俺らの脳みそにチップ握られるように作ったいじゃない？
That's a good guess.
give me a swig.
Hey,
聞けば聞くほど絶望的だね。
望みはトランプしかないのかも。
今から新刊の地下に行ってくる。
無理しないで。
いざって時のために情報集めとく。
Is he 315? Is that what that says on his wrist? Oh, he's one letter. He's one number off.
Too bad he wasn't A316.
These two again.
ねえ、ちょっと話聞きたいんだけど。あ、いや、ナンパじゃないんだけど。
We have voices. Oh.
Maybe somebody just target practice.
Practice. Yeah. Clearly.
Did you just take out somebody?
They're looking like if they had any blood on their arms or anything.
Yeah, what's under the tarp?
And a dumpster with a tarp over it.
Well, it could be a little misdirect.
2 gunshots, guys walking away, a
Just trying
dumpster
to
with
be a tarp
optimistic,
on it.
Dave.
You never know. Could have been a desk pop.
Or an apartment.
Guys, I did my first desk pop.
Oh, shit.
Those people that maybe tried to leave.
それが楽園の本当の姿。ビーチのルール。裏切り者には死。
Yep.
Yeah, rule number
He
3.
did say it.
He did say it. Rule number 3.
What is a traitor to the
traders just you're not part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
We don't listen.
アリス君、君はこの絶望しかない世界でどう生きる？俺はみんなと生き残って、一緒に元の世界に帰りたいって思ってた。もしそれが叶わないなら、今はウサギだけでも元に戻してやりたい。君の夢、かっこいいけど、全然現実味がないよね。
ナンバーワンになるまでゲームに勝ち抜くなんて。
お前たちには関係ないだろ。俺たちは君を見込んでる。だからこうしてわざわざ会いに来た。
I'll make a team.
どういう意味で？
They're gonna overthrow the boss.
現状一発で変える方法があるとしたらどうする？
I think it can play out different.
Want to go for a ride?
Oh, look at this.
Oh, they're
Big old Cadillac.
celebrating Hatter going out
Yeah.
to the
エリスーラ内
games.
調も集められてた。新刊の地下の一番奥の部屋。見張りがいて管理してる。
Deepest room in the attic.
それがあるだけで帽子屋たちの立場は優位。
One person with all that control.
どうしたの？
帽子屋が
Just giving all the
ア
high
グニとし武闘
fives.
派を抑えてはいるが、もうその抑えも効かなくなってきている。
Yeah, it is.
そうなるとここは
Especially while he's
頭
gone.
の悪い武闘派暴君によって支配される。もういる意味がない。何を考える？
Cutting and running.
すべてのカードを盗み出し、
Oh,
Aha.
ビーチを抜ける。
take all the cards and bail.
ビーチ。カリスマが築いた楽園。でも、俺たちはそう思い込んでるだけかもしれない。ちょっと相談がある。
We got a plan.
They like using foreboding music in this series. I like the descriptive terms of the music, and so sometimes I make notes, and foreboding is used pretty frequently here. Oh, look at that ride.
It's like old Nick Nolte's Cadillac from 48 Hours.
I mean, look, if you're gonna be a guy who's cruising around in a robe and swimsuits, that's a car for it, right?
Is this where they're gonna turn on him?
歌舞伎町か。懐かしいな。
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
All right. Let's get dirty.
Dirty Dave over here.
Well, look what world we're in.
That's true.
Why don't you try being nice to everybody, Andrew? See how that goes.
Fair and valid point.
We doing all that running and flops?
Ugh, what's
idea.
that?
What do you think, Dave?
What is?
Yeah, you didn't see any cows around here, did you?
Oh,
I didn't expect it was going to be that.
GPS チップ。
Oh,
They're
little
looking for
research.
actual chips.
Yeah.
大変なことが起きて、ちょっと来てください。早く。
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to use the GPS to target them with the laser.
呼んでねえぞ。
俺が呼んだ。
なあ、勝手にメンツ揃えんなよ。
要件を聞いてなかったんでね。入ろうか。
何があった？
結構やばいことだろうね。
Oh, man.
He says no clue.
quit talking to me in these insane riddles. Just tell me what's going on. Oh boy.
Who's on the? Holy,
they
took out
jumped
the
the
Hatter.
They did.
ゲームで失敗したらしいんです。俺たち整備班がガソリンを調達している途中、偶然新宿で発見して。
Oh, happened to.
気軽に触れるなよ。この解剖マニアが。
Just so they know all about her. So.
銃で撃たれてる。
Yeah.
参加したゲームは銃を使うものだと思う。
ゲーム会場付近で銃声を聞いたやつもいるみたいです。
あらら、俺たち武闘派を連れて行けばよかったのに。
Yeah,
He
see?
ain't buying it.
Yeah, he knew.
どうなっちまうんだ。
メンバーが動揺する。
次のリーダーはナンバー2の私だ。
ちょっと待った。
Oh. Here we go. Here's
一
our
番
power
強い方がリー
vacuum.
ダーなんじゃねえのか。
ナンバー1が死んだ場合、全員が繰り上がるルールだったはずだ。
王様気取りの独裁者が死んだんだ。政権交代だろ。ここは民主主義で多数決と行こうじゃねえか。アグニ大将がリーダーで賛成の人。
Wow. Didn't get a lot of votes there, did we?
Oh, he'll get his cronies to say yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, what are we doing here?
もう一度聞く。大将がいい人。
So it's gonna be like that.
こんなの多数決じゃない。
立派な多数決だろ。投票は52。
That was highly unnecessary. Okay, so
All right.
we gotta...
Well, we can't wait for this
そ
scumbag
ち
to
ら
get
の
his.
元ナンバー2さんは。お前は
holding it by this.
チーシや。
Pointing it at him.
てめえまた小馬鹿にしやがって。
Okay.
だってバカだろ。
Morons.
アグニがリーダーに賛成。大事な賛成票を失っちゃっていいの？
まあせいぜい今後の身の振り方考えとくんだな。
Let's be a reminder.
お前何ぼーっと立ってんだよ。返事はしろって教わんなかったか。お前どっちなんだよ。お前もマジでビビっただろ。ウケるわ。あ、これは大将当確でいい。
帽子屋はこんなこと許さない。彼が生きていたらこんなこと。
Probably not.
でも死んでる。
Oh, what was that?
Holy shit!
ほら。
Somebody had some pent up aggression, huh?
もういい。
Jesus, man, they made him a deep
今
douchebag
日から俺
here.
がビーチの新しい王だ。
お次は引き継ぎ業務です。黒の封筒を開封しましょ
Black envelopes.
What's that?
Well, I'm guessing something of importance the way they hit us with these tight
This is
shots.
exactly what he wanted, so now he.
ビーチの連中からかき集めてきたトランプは、帽子屋の住むロイヤルスイートの金庫に保管されている。その金庫の電子ロックの暗証番号。
is in the
そのメ
black
モが封
envelope.
印されているのが、黒の封筒だ。透かしの効かない黒塗りの封筒は、ナンバーワンが入れ替わった時にのみ、開封を許される。新たなナンバーワンは、幹部全員の前で、自分だけ暗証コードを確認する。コードの記された紙を、新たな封筒に入れ、再び封印し、幹部全員の署名とともに保管する。まずアリス君
Some
のロイヤルスイート
honor
に侵
and
入
code
する。
they got going on here.
そして金庫を探し、その金庫から全てのトランプを盗み出す。
Gonna send our guy in?
金庫の前に着いたらお伝えするよ。
慎重だな。
うさぎちゃんとクイナは見張りをよろしく。
見つかれば殺される。
You might end up that way anyhow.
Yeah.
現状を変えるにはこれしかない。帽子屋が死んで、ビーチの結束力が失われた今なら、この計画は有効だ。
リーダーが変わった。帽子屋はもういねえ。新しいリーダーはアグニ大将だ。
Oh, jeez.
They don't seem too thrilled.
帽子屋は昨日のゲームに失敗したらしい。ナンバーワンは幹部たちの多数決によりアグニ大将に決定した。それじゃあアグニ大将からお言葉をいただく。お前ら慎んで聞け。
Playtime is over. No more fun at the beach.
今、
ギラギが言ったことが全てだ。
ロビーでは新リーダーが演説中だ。
幹部連中はおろか、武闘派連中も全員新刊ロビーに
Mission Impossible, gentlemen.
Time to go for it.
All right, here we go.
何か動きがあればすぐに知らせる。頼んだよ。アリス君。
Counting on ya.
Counting on you.
ナンバーワンの帽子屋がいなくなった今、
It would be in the top
ビー
drawer
チ
in
に
the
送る全ての
nightstand.
権
Just
限が
might
この俺
be.
にある。
Well, remember, there's no locks.
俺のために生き、そして俺のために死ね。
Behind the painting.
It's always behind
Right
the
there.
painting.
Hiding in there.
Top shelf of the closet in a shoebox.
Safe.
That's the safe.
It's like, well, they're in a hotel.
I suppose.
フードの中に見たのは、
いや、
でもアグニの表情が全て教えてくれた。
His
Oh
expression.
no. His expression said 8022.
きっと封筒の中身は白紙だよ。じゃあさっきのコードも。風浪の文字。ボスの指輪でもさ、鏡文字になってる。
Boss.
You look at it backwards.
あれがそのままコードだよ。
8022.
8022。
Boom. Green light? Oh, shit.
Would it beep like that after the first missed try?
堂々と入り込んじゃってまあ。
Oh,
God damn
boy.
it. Set him up.
Oh, set up.
なんで
Oh, shit. Oh.
うさぎじゃねえよ、バカ
Oh.
God, I can't wait for this guy to get his.
牛屋、助かった。異変を察知してくれたおかげだ。
いえいえ、当然のことです。
Jesus. Still going.
That's where
always
the
the
real
painting.
safe is, behind the wall. He
Yep.
just was. This was a test. He still wants to get it.
Yep.
He just needed a dummy to go and do the wrong thing.
Yep. And now he's trusted.
例の部屋、連れてけ。
Yeah, now Blondie's going to be able to get away with whatever he wants.
The room.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about what the room is going to be. Yeah, who knows how to tie these knots that they always have people's hands behind their back when it's wrapped up around the sides and through the middle?
お前のビザは明日で期限切れらしいな。
So just gonna hold him back or hurt him so he can't complete it.
音も、視界も、時間もわかんねえまま、
Yeah.
レーザーで頭を撃ち抜かれて死ぬのを待つ恐怖は想像できねえな。その間俺たちは、うさぎちゃんと最高のお楽しみだ。
God, I just.
What a villain. Doing a great job with this guy.
Yeah, I know. I hate him.
Just can't
great.
stand him. So they're just going to leave him in here until his visa expires and let the laser do the
Yeah.
job.
That's the plan.
I've seen enough 80s movies to know you start jumping on that
Yep,
chair. to
smash
get
the chair. You gotta,
Okay, what did she discover here?
she found
found the
GPS.
chip.
No, that's the
That's a
bullet.
bullet.
And I bet you it has the guy's name on it or something.
Yeah, is she gonna match it up with this? Mo is thumping.
That's right. It's always thumping.
そっちはどう？
部屋に入ったまんま。てか超暇やねんけど。
作戦続行と行こうか。
I had to do a double cross in order to get to the goal.
普通のセキュリティボックスに入れるわけないよね。
本物の金庫はどこにある？
Behind the deer painting.
セキュリティボックスがアリス君によって見つけられたとき、何があっても微動だにしないアグニがチラチラとある方向を見ていた。あの黒の封筒の中身はコードではなく白紙でもなく一枚の絵が。
Oh. Nice.
Smart way to hide it.
Maybe it's not locked at all. It's just behind it. But one would also think,
well, here you go.
Couldn't have done a nicer cutout for it?
何かを手に入れるためには、まあ、生贄みたいなもんだよ。よくあるでしょ。
Oh, jeez.
全然ない。
That was his
あんたみ
plan.
たいな人マジで敵に回したくないわ。
よく言われる。
Get that a lot.
Thought you'd be bigger. That's
And this
creepy.
guy.
This guy is weird.
Pretty creepy.
That was the
That
code,
was
too.
the code.
Holy shit, he's gonna get him.
No, I think this katana guy here is.
Yeah.
I think she
gonna
might be
interrupt that.
Dunzo.
That worked.
This guy's walking like his shorts are full or something.
Real full.
Wow, this guy is really taking his time trying to grab these cards here.
暴れんな。ああ、うっせえよ。早く暴れんな。行くぞ。せーの。おいしょ。
Come on.
Is Blondie gonna take all these guys out?
Why would he? He already said they were pawns.
Yeah.
Oh, this douchebag needs to go.
Yeah, somebody needs to 86 this guy.
強姦。なんでこいつらには刑罰があると思う？
Scumbag. There we go.
She ripped it out.
Good for you. So now we got. This guy needs to go.
ふざけやがって。
Oh, I thought she ripped it.
楽しみはこれからだろ。
All 5 of these clowns need to get 86th. For allowing that essay and then the physical
こいつと
abuse.
もお別れだ。
かわいそうじゃないアリス。
かわいそう。
めっちゃかわいそう。
生き残るためにしちゃいけないことなんてあるの？クイナが助けに行けば？
This dude is really playing a dangerous game here.
出るな。
Oh.
マジか。
Oh.
Oh.
What the hell?
I think it's going to be the Ten of Hearts game. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on?
日頃のご愛顧に感謝を込めて、当ホテルにご宿泊の皆様全員によるゲームを
All
開始し、
58 participants.
Holy shit.
One person gets to make it.
It's going to be a 10 of hearts.
ゲーム会場。
Yep.
Here. Oh! Ten of Hearts.
ついに出やがった。
Yeah, pop him. Oh, I thought she was getting
grabbing the piece, yeah. Well, we can't do anything now. They're all participants.
Yeah.
Just would have been worth it, Dave. Really, that's
Field
scum.
guy is.
I wonder if the game won't start until they have all 58, so they'll have to go get dude.
Could be. He's got to be a part of it. As long as he's still alive, he's got to be in it.
Or if she'll save him.
Everybody's got to play, even the executives.
Even the number one.
Oh, there's going to be one phone still sitting on the table.
Oh.
No. Isn't that the,
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's her friend. Okay.
Yeah. Well, but who put all the phones on the table?
That's kind of what I was wondering too.
Yeah.
Witch hunt?
Oh. Playing a game of Clue.
この中に
Him or her in the fire
Oh,
of judgment.
boy.
2 hours. Oh boy.
What?
And right now it's going to make it look like him. Because he's the only one not there.
Yeah. But if they find him tied up to a chair, like, well, and duct tape on his face.
Well, that fire ain't gonna burn for 2 hours. I'm telling you that right now.
Not at that rate.
Not at that rate. You're gonna have to add more to that fire.
Oh, come on. Nothing? That's all you're going to give us?
Oh, that was a...
Oh, what an episode.
That was a quick one.
Well, I'm thinking I found...
Five pieces
Thank you.
of trash.
Thank you.
I found 5 folks we can experiment on to see if they're the witch. We just toss them and see if it works. That's the route I'm going with. That's my strategy that we start with. But how wild is it that the hotel is the final game, at least to get the last 10 of hearts? That's so wild. And that they caught that just as they were about to run out. All the lasers came down. And I mean, I don't know about you folks, but I guess the reason I didn't think about like who placed the cell phones and how did they get there is because the participants of the game always showed up somewhere. They always showed up to a place. So you could think, well, okay, they just had everything set out beforehand. But it was interesting that somebody managed to get into the hotel, place all the phones, get the fire going, that sort of thing. That's really interesting, and I'm wondering, when do we meet the higher ups that are setting all this stuff up and putting this all in place? Maybe we'll find it this season, maybe it won't be until next season, but that's kind of what I'm wondering now. And then, this next episode, guys, the witch hunt is going to turn into a mess. They're all going to turn on each other. Everybody's going to be taking out everybody. This is going to be an absolute disaster on the next episode. And I'm all here for it because the show has been awesome. I did think that when I guess I'll call her the doctor, when she was digging around trying to find the GPSs, at first for a second I thought she had found it, but it turns out it was just the bullet, which, I'm sure, maybe she'll figure things out, figure out who was actually behind it. Agree. I'm looking at you sneaking up there. So,
well, and she said it pretty certain too. Where the hell is that damn GPS?
Right, she's really looking for it, and there's got to be a GPS in there somewhere, because how else would you get taken out no matter where you are, with the lasers? So that would make sense. But a wild episode. I do like that the games and everything were totally wild and fun, and we're still kind of getting games, but I really like how the show has become so much more focused on our characters and what they're doing and how people will react given different situations. We've got, people who choose to be complete scumbags, that's putting it nicely, and then you have people who are trying to just find their way out, trying to do something good with the time that they have. So this is going to be wild. I wasn't sure if I forgot his name, Chakuri or whatever, our blonde-haired guy. I thought maybe that he was using Asuri Asuru, I'll get the names right, as just kind of a pawn, and he was, but I thought maybe he was going to come back for him and be like, hey, I had to use you to find the real safe or get the real information, and then he was going to help him out. But turned out, no, he was just in it for himself until he had no option, until he couldn't leave. And so now we'll see how all that works out. But I really like how they've been doing all the characters this season and how they've been giving them the different personalities that they have, because it's never quite what I was expecting, and I like that. They weren't very typical of what we might normally get. So this has just been a wild ride. So far, everything has been done so well. We'll see how this game plays out, but I'm telling you, it's going to be a bloody mess.
Yeah, like we know that the Hearts has by far the worst, they say, because it plays with your hearts, plays with your emotions. We saw what happened with him on a much lesser at like the 7, I believe, of hearts, where he had to let 3 of his friends go. So now this is the witch hunt. Like, how is this going to play with your hearts? Is it going to have to be like, no, it couldn't, like hypothetically, it couldn't possibly be Quinn, and then you just kind of you sacrifice him, so to speak. And if you're right, if you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you just sacrifice him for no reason, and you have to still keep trying to find it. And so then what if you go through all 58? Like, my theory is then too, if it's 2 hours and say Arisu doesn't even get saved, does everybody else get 86th in the house and he stays alive? Because he didn't.
Because if he doesn't participate,
he didn't participate in it at all. Like, that's one little working theory I kind of have, but I don't think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, because he is inside the game zone, so to speak. So
yeah, and so you're wondering about the table and everything, and how, like, well, when they did with the horses chasing, remember, they were a part of another game that they had to go and find them and hide and seek and take them out.
That was theirs.
And then, press the 2 buzzers at the same time, and they had 2 people that were quote unquote in charge of the game. They weren't, but they were. And then when they didn't succeed, then they got taken out. So there's got to be someone like that behind this that had to sneak in, and they could even be amongst those 58 as well. And they know damn well what they did. So maybe that's the other thing. They had to set everything up, put it all together, and then they have to stay in the zone and act like, oh yeah, it was somebody else when they did it all along, and then they don't get burned. And then
got to get not found
because
out.
I could see A&E just like sacrificing everybody just for himself and then is he going to find out that all the cards are gone too? So yeah, the 2 hours are going to be a little rough on everyone in the house, if you ask me, but it's going to be a great watch. Like we're rewatching. Hopefully those 5 got right away in the next episode.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around this game here and what the twist is going to be, because we've had a lot of twists throughout every single game. So they made it look, pretty cut and dry. It's a witch hunt. We have to find out who murdered this person, throw them in the fire. And I just don't feel like it's going to be that simple. Now, when we're talking about the hearts, one of the things that's interesting about this community is like everybody's had the time to party together and get to know each other, and you can see they're hanging out as groups of friends. So, it's going to be hearts because, you're going to have to, as we see people getting eliminated, which I'm sure we're going to see people getting tossed into the fire, and that's not ending the game. I think people are going to start questioning people closer and closer and closer to them. And of course, everybody wants to survive. If you have one friend take a shot at another friend and all of a sudden they realize that the friendships they had are fake, then it's all bets are off. So I think it's going to be really interesting, but I'm wondering what twist is going to be on this game, because again, I don't think it's as black and white as find the person who did it, throw them in the fire, then it's done.
Well, they better get a Arisu down there.
Well, and that's the other thing that I'm interested in, is that there would have been one phone left over, presumably, because Arisu wasn't down there. So I wonder how that's going to play into things. Maybe he stays tied up in this room the whole time and something happens where he survives. And I don't know. But look, this show has been so captivating, such a unique story, a unique plot. Of course, in this one, we got the classic. Oh, you have the bad guy in charge. We don't like the bad guy in charge. You take him out, and guess what? Somebody
Hatter
else
wasn't necessarily a bad guy.
I wouldn't say Hatter.
Wasn't
You'd take out the leader, and gets taken over by a bad guy.
Okay, he wasn't the bad guy, but he was like, well, we gotta keep playing these games and sacrifice everybody so one person can survive. And I just happened to hold the deck of cards. So maybe he wasn't a traditional bad guy because he was wearing a robe and a bathing suit the whole time and driving around an old hoopty. Hard to look at him as the bad guy, but he certainly wasn't looking out for everybody else's best interest, even though he kind of said he was. But in any regard, we got 2 episodes left, so I'm not really sure what to expect. This witch hunt thing with everybody at the hotel feels like it could be something that's spread out over 2 episodes, or hey, they give us a wild episode 7 and then kind of take episode 8 to button things up and lead us into the next season. But either way, I'm hoping we get a few answers. But not having them is what makes the show interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're like, I need answers, but don't give me any, because that's what's going to keep me. That's what's going to
give
keep
them all
me.
to me.
That's what's going to keep me
guessing.
engaged. So yeah, another banger of an episode.
Yeah, those 5 pieces of trash really need to go because, man, he was already getting annoying with how he was in this episode.
They just cranked it up.
But then they just cranked up the hatred level up to like a 15, involving the essay that he was doing there, and then the physical abuse. Just topped it off, like, just take him out now.
Well, that
There's
sound
4
design
other-
didn't help.
Yeah, that sound design was just a little too intense.
Cringy.
But part of me was like, well, you got 4 people there. Obviously, they are on his side, but it's like 4 versus 1 when he threw the weapon, and they were just allowing it. Like, why? There was not. It just shows that all 4 of those, along with him, need to go.
You got 5 guilty people.
5 guilty.
Well,
Need
could
to
have
go.
just went grab.
Oh, they're all for the new leadership.
Well, they're all thank you. They're all for the new leadership, which that made it clear, right? The way this message, this verbiage here is I repeat, all participants must assemble down there, and he didn't. He was still tied up to a chair. So I'm wondering what kind of impact that's gonna have, because it says in the lobby. So there has to be a phone.
Well, if he wasn't our main
theoretically.
character, I would think a laser's just going to come down and zap him for not participating, because it seems like it's taken that much of a black and white.
Well, now this is what's interesting. Why all of a sudden is the game happening there now when it could have been way before they showed up here? So I'm just, I think it's
because they might still have time in their visas left, and they're like,
I think a
hey,
lot of people do.
all of a sudden I'm here.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
There. So that's why I'm interested in why now in that moment. So the game master is clearly watching from somewhere. I just don't know what's what. If that incident with those people, with the essay or whatever, was like, all right, these sloppy Joes want to try to do this. Well, all right, we'll make them all fair game, and now this is what engaged that.
Or they saw Blondie taken off.
Did we get a scene right at the end there where it said game start? That's how it ended, right? Where it said game start.
Game start.
Okay, so they did. Okay, so they did start.
They did start
without Arisu. Because part of me was wondering, like, okay, watch them explain the rules to the game as what has to happen. And then everybody goes nuts and starts taking each other out. And they were like, hey, guys, we didn't get everybody going here, so y'all jumped the gun.
Yep, time. Okay,
and game started.
Well, that's they said almost be in the lobby.
Yeah, that's what threw me off a little bit.
Participants.
Throw that out. But now I'm still curious, though, because we've seen these games aren't what they are.
They never what
they give you a little bit of information, but there's such a wide spread of gap of no information.
Different strategy. I would say
kind of think of some stuff.
I would say the light bulb one was probably the closest one we've had to one that was as cut and dry as they could make it. Hey, find the right switch.
Well, and then they
These
had
are the
the
conditions.
previous one with the 4.
Yeah,
that was.
Well, look, the bus one wasn't all that convoluted. It was just they didn't give you any frame of reference. It was like, hey,
they didn't give us any idea. But also, since he's not there, he's not a participant.
He's not a participant.
That's
true.
So does that bear in mind?
Well,
and then one real thing, quick too, is
there's
that
58 phones, right? So they were counting him clearly.
Got to be one sitting on a table. Yet.
Either way,
Either way,
I'm not going to get hung up on that because the game started.
But what I thought was cool is now we clearly see that anywhere can be a zone. That you can't even have
anywhere.
You can't even be like this. Oh, you're safe at the beach. Oh wait, now it's a zone.
Now that's
it's almost like they have. All right, here's a backup game plan for when we decide to just say, "Fuck it, we're going to get after these people." So, and like we were kind of saying there, one of you guys were talking about it too. How did those 58 phones get there?
Yeah.
Is there somebody like you were saying there, like all these little random pieces? Like, how is this happening? So I'm just intrigued to see how this is going to play out, because now that the Hatter's gone, I never trusted him. Clearly don't trust any of these folks. I still don't think it's that easy as what it is, but because the game and how I'm thinking, I'm trying to think almost opposite, just to kind of see if things make sense. The show is doing its job, making me go like, well, it could be over here instead of right there, but
Yeah.
We'll see. 2 more episodes for season 1 here.
Yeah, we are on the final stretch. We got 2 hours of this major game for the 10 of Hearts.
Maybe they'll do it in real time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they
Kind of kudos too. I thought we were actually getting the game with Hatter, but then it was just intro and then boom.
showed
we showed him.
He's done.
They showed the little shadow of somebody in the alley watching him, and then that was it.
I was actually kind of surprised by that, considering the episode that they just had and gave him all those monologues.
Yeah.
I thought for sure they would have gave us a little more of him entering the game instead of just whoop, whoop. There it is.
Maybe he never even made it.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I kind of wonder. It didn't.
Clearly,
doesn't
was
matter
in his
though.
chest.
The lasers go up and down, but they said he was shot with a gun
During the game.
during the game.
Well, we heard it, and we just happened.
Yeah. So either way, it's still intriguing with all these little pieces. Just for my selfish taste here, I wish we could have got a little bit more on the Hatter, well, visually, for what happened. We got the information. I just wanted more visual.
Yeah, well, and we talk about it so often how different shows are either better to binge all in one sitting or actually break up. And we've talked about like House of Dragon, The Boys, how we liked breaking those up into weekly ones, whereas I think a show like this, I think it would almost be better served. This is one, hey, just settle in on a Saturday. You're not going anywhere, and just binge through the whole thing. I wonder how that would be different, because then you're constantly going from episode to episode.
Oh man, but we cannot wait to get to the next episode. This is so much fun. We have 2 more to go. We got to get that 10 of Hearts. So for Apple and Oak, Diamond Dave, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.